Hey everyone, I'm David Finz, and on this episode of the Cyber Insurance Imperative, we take a closer look at what the Securities and Exchange Commission has been up to in the area of cyber risk. Now, you may recall that several years ago, the SEC began dipping their toes in the water here, issuing guidance to publicly traded companies around what they should disclose about their cybersecurity in their filings. Well, the SEC is taking their game to a whole new level. In their latest move, the Commission announced proposed rules which would amend the Advisors Act and the Investment Company Act to require advisors and funds to put policies and procedures into place that are designed with the aim of addressing cyber risks. Advisors would also be required under this rule to maintain records around their risk mitigation efforts and to report significant cybersecurity incidents to the SEC using a confidential form. Perhaps the most visible change in the eyes of the investing public is the proposal to have funds provide current and prospective investors with a description of any such incidents that have occurred in the preceding 2 fiscal years. Now, folks, this is serious stuff. Under this proposal, the SEC is moving beyond seeking transparency around cyber risk from regulated entities. They would essentially become enforcers of security standards. The proposed rule contains over 20 pages detailing the elements of the policies and procedures these entities would be required to be put into place, including risk assessment, user security and access, information protection, threat and vulnerability management, and incident response and recovery. Now, these entities would still need to develop the actual policies and procedures that would apply to their firm. But those policies and procedures would need to be drafted and implemented in compliance with the SEC's rule. Now, just to be clear, this is not a done deal. We are still in the period for public comment. But regulated entities would do well to begin reviewing these elements now, because even with some amendments, we can expect the substance of this proposal to be enacted by the SEC. Now, if you're a regulated entity, this would also be a good time to brush up on your insurance program. Most cyber policies contain coverage for regulatory proceedings, but did you know that an investment advisor's E&O policy may also offer regulatory coverage? You're going to want to see how these two might interplay in the event of a claim, keeping in mind that a lapse in security standards may also result in a claim from a client, apart from any enforcement proceeding brought by the SEC, because the plaintiff's bar may view these as establishing a standard of care. Now, please note this is intended as general information and guidance, and you'll want to consult with a qualified insurance broker about your specific coverage needs. And if you're a risk manager or treasurer, maybe some of this cyber talk is Greek to you. That's okay, because we have a user-friendly guide that outlines the 7 bad cybersecurity habits of highly vulnerable organizations. This will help you begin to ask the right questions and get the conversation going with your CISO or IT service provider. For a copy of this guide, you can DM me on LinkedIn or email me at david.finz@alliant.com. And please consider joining our mailing list so we can keep you up to date with podcasts, white papers, and other great content we offer to help you find the more rewarding way to manage risk. Thanks for watching.